Alright, this is like my fourth attempt at this. I'm trying to get it all in one take. Even though it won't all install in just 10 minutes, I want to at least get the installation down. So here's what you got to do. You got to go to the link in the description. It'll take you to this page, Windows 8/preview-ISO, and you download the ISO. I did that, but I did not know that there was a product key right here. And so I went ahead, and since you're not going to be able to copy and paste it, I went ahead and printed it off. So there we go. I downloaded it. I used a Windows 7 USB tool. If you Google it, it's not there anymore, but I viewed it. I got the cached copy. I was able to get the link, and the link still works. So I'll put that in the description if it doesn't work, or if you want to. I have a goo.gl link that I'll link in the description. That'll start an instant download. You just install it. When it's done installing, there'll be a link on a shortcut on your desktop, Windows 7 DVD/USB tool, and then you take that and you run it. It'll say browse for the ISO that should be in your download folder or your desktop or whatever, and then it'll say like USB. Click USB and then click next, and it'll format your drive and it'll put it all on there. So as you can see, I'm currently on one of those developer edition things where like you can have a full-blown Windows 8 install, but it's only good for 90 days, and I've had mine for, well, I got 48 days left, so you do the math. So there you go. I don't care. I was going to format it, and when my 90 days was up, do it again. Because I don't want to pay for Windows 8. And I'm getting it legally. I'm not getting it illegally. So anyways, every computer's different. On this computer, it's F12. Some computers, it's like a lot of ASUS computers, it's Escape. That gets you into your what device you want to boot up, your boot options. On this one, it's F12. Some it's F11. Some it's F1. I think some older HP computers. So you'll just have to kind of like figure out what it is on your particular computer. But like I said, on this one, I'm just going to keep hitting F12. Boot options, it says it right there. I'm going to go down here to USB storage, and it's going to have this neat little thingy-majig. And then in a second, you'll see a little spinning logo. And yeah, before, the stopping point was that it wanted a little code for me to type in, and I was like, I don't have one. Now I do. I don't know if that code will change in time or what. Alright, awesome. So now it's going to ask me to install. I downloaded the English version, so you'll just download whatever versions, you know, for your language. I don't know what language you speak. I'm talking English, so you might be English. Or you might know English, but want it to be in some other language. I don't know. This is a really old flash drive, so it takes a second for it to load. Okay, so mine is NTTX3 RV7VB T7X7F WQYYY9Y9 2F. Now, I said mine, but that's probably going to be for everybody out there, unless they change it. So it obviously accepted it, and we're going to, well, So, I don't know if I can do this. Okay, it was telling me to go back into the little thing and do it all. This is gonna, I'm not gonna just do an upgrade. I'm going to install this from scratch. So bear with me while I type this in one last time. NTTX3 RV7VB T7X7F WQYYY9Y9 2F. And then I'm going to do a custom installation. I've got a 120 gig SSD in here, so it's kind of small. It's much smaller than the one that's in my ASUS Republic of Gamers laptop. So Come on. My hard drive light's going crazy. I should have hit delete and just created a new. Oh well. I want to delete this other system one too. Because when you only have 120 gigs, that's 350 gigs is kind of, or 350 megabytes is kind of a lot. So delete. Now I got one partition. I'll make it new. I'll max out the space. Hit apply. Okay. And there we go. Well, it's for whatever. So there we go. It's copying the files over. I'll go ahead and zoom in on that. Come on, you tripod. I'm using a little GorillaPod. So obviously the copying files thing's going to take way over my 10 minutes. And the camera's going to stop. And wow, so that's at an angle. Copying Windows files, getting files ready for installation. And that is like from 2007? That's a really, really old flash drive. That's back when 16 gigs was like over $100. Like I think like $120. Like it was pretty expensive to have a 16 gig one at the time. There's no way this is gonna fit in a 10-minute video. We're already at 7.5 minutes. I wish I could have like, I have a much faster flash drive, but it's 32 gigs and I have a lot of files on it. And if I was to format that, it reads at like 27 and it writes at 25 megabytes a second. It's like the fastest USB 2.0 flash drive out there. But it's got so many files on it that I have to copy those files over to another flash drive. But that's, nah, I'll just use an older, slower flash drive that I don't care about. It's really showing on this 36%. Dang it, I should have used a faster one. 39, 40. I'll just do a, yeah, I'll just do a part 2 actually. Like showing Windows 8. There'll be, in the description of this video you're watching, there's going to be a link to part 2. Which part 2 is just going to show what Windows 8.1 looks like. Because you're supposed to get your little start bar, like the little button, like Windows 7. You're supposed to get that start button back. And also, it's supposed to completely bypass the Metro UI. And so I'm kind of excited about that. I had a tool that let me do it automatically on here, so I didn't have to worry about it. But this is cool because you don't have to rely on some third-party program that skips the UI. Pretty neat stuff. All right, we got less than a minute left now, and this just is not going to finish in that time. So again, in the description, right below this video, down there, there's going to be a link. And when it uploads, it's going to be there. I'll paste a link, and it's going to be part 2. I'm going to actually start recording once it says finishing up, and right before it says to reboot my computer. I will show you the very first startup and everything. So stay tuned for that. Again, it's going to be in the description. Please. There's a little thing that says show more. Click that. There you go. This is Josh is Nice. And this process is going to take a minute. And like I said, it depends on how fast your flash drive is. And I have a really slow one right now. So, yeah. It is what it is. 82, 83, 84. I'm going to show you. Look. 4, 3, 2,